Well, everybody, welcome. My name is Tony Saramatis. I'm with Truly Wow. We are ARA's marketing and communications partner. And I just wanted to formally welcome you to ARA's Continuing Education Series webinar for June. Just a couple of real quick housekeeping items before I hand things over to Les McCook and Todd Squires with ARA. Everybody is on mute. So for any questions, there is a Q&A button at the bottom of your screen. Type in any questions you have there anytime along the at any time, and Les and Todd will get them answered in the Q&A time at the end of the presentation. So with that, I will hand it over to Les.
Oh, welcome everyone. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you joining us today. We hope this will be an informative, not a very long presentation today. It would be exciting if we got questions. There's a couple of things we want to talk about today that apparently we still have members that aren't aware of the difference between what our CCRS program and our ARA compliance monitoring program. I hear the words used interchangeably sometimes, and it's not really what they're built as. The CCRS program is a compliance training system that we've built over the years and has been accepted widely. Obviously, we have licenses for Illinois and Florida to teach the courses necessary there for the training to be licensed in those states. We're in ARA's in the middle of a major investment and upgrade in 50 states' laws and regulations and procedures that will benefit our members greatly. I'd be excited we could be able to do that one. We'll do another webinar on that pretty soon. The ARA compliance monitoring system is a system that was designed so that it's a two-way portal where that you as a member have the ability to manage training, employees, equipment, and the various options that make your company compliant or seen as compliant to the outside industry. Clients that are coming in either as a paid customer or subscriber to our system, or to clients that are coming through the website to look for a qualified agent to assign new work to. And it's important that as a member, it's important, number one, is that you own this system, that you understand you own it. It's yours. If you're not using it, the choice, obviously we believe in the freedom of choice. That's what we've preached in the industry for years, and we accept that. I know that sometimes we see something come in and I'll pick up the phone and call a member and they go, no, I didn't know I could do that, or I didn't know this was available. Well, we're hoping by having this presentation today that every single person out here, every member understands what's available to them, how they can take advantage, and how we can take feedback to make it better. One of the things that we're driven to do is we've been tasked with creating a first-class member services customer support staff and team. And, John Morgan has taken us from nothing to something and has been a great part of this being successful. Most everyone on this call today has talked to John at some point or another along the way, or at least John's tried to reach out to you. And I want to thank him. We're finally bringing some help and relief. We signed our newest client. We had 2 new clients this week come aboard to utilize the system. And I think that the most astonishing things that members don't understand, there's over 100 clients, and these are credit unions, dealers, people of all different sizes and scope, from Ally Bank down to a dealer in Pampa, Texas, that I know personally has assigned 23 accounts to agents around the country that are ARA members. I know we have some members that, frankly, more interested in running cameras and running big cities than they are taking assignments from well-paying, well-meaning credit unions or buy here, pay here dealers. I'm old school. I like the relationships, and what we're going to reveal to you today is a way that we believe we've given you ability to manage that process and to get back into old school and having relationships with clients that want to do business with a qualified and certified compliant agency. So today I'm going to start off with, we've just built, in part of building this process, I'm going to introduce you today to Todd Squires. He's come back into the company after a couple of years of being gone. He's helping us put this together. And today I want to introduce him to you. I want him to walk through a few of the slide deck, just showing some of the availability and capabilities of the system so that you kind of get an idea, and hopefully you have questions about it. And then we'll wrap it up at the end with a little sneak peek of what should have gone live today while we're on this call with a direct assignment center. So, Todd, you want to take it over and do your thing here?
Yeah, I appreciate that, Les. Tony, you guys, thanks for having me, and want to appreciate you guys, the rest of you members, for what you're doing within ARA. And hey, we're here. I'll go ahead and share a screen real quick and let you know. Les touched on it already a bit, but these are the topics that we're going to discuss today in the webinar. And as Les touched upon, as an ARA member, it is important to note that the training that you and your employees get within the ARA compliance monitoring system, and specifically CCRS, it's included in your dues. So, this is one platform where you get everything you need. We want to make sure you know how to use it. So put together some slides. There's a more comprehensive membership tutorial that we've done as well. So we'd be here too long if we went through it in its entirety, but I think these are important things that we can touch upon. So first of all, let's how to log in. Most of you may know this, but if not, from our homepage at repo.org, we have the compliance system. You can go ahead and click on that, and that will take you to your user login. At the user ID and password page, you would go ahead and enter this to log in. Now, if you need to reset your password, request a password, you go ahead and do that. You can give us a call at any time. Obviously, we can help you out with that. That's what we're here for. And we can get you logged in right away.
Hey,
so,
Todd,
go ahead.
Everyone, real quick, where it says the email there, if you're new to the system and have not used it or logged in prior, put in the email system that we use. The email that's used in your profile on repo.org is the original email that's put in there as your starting email. Then you click put in your email, put in password. Once you're inside the system, you'll be able to manage that yourself. Yeah. And change it up or assign other users. Go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you adding that. Yeah, that's it's a common question for some. So, of course, once you're in, you'll be at your member dashboard, and from your member dashboard, it's going to have all your company's info, and most importantly, you have a few options here over to the right where you can manage your employees and add employees. So, again, this is where you go for testing. And when you want your employees to go ahead and get the test that they need to get done, this is where you would do that. So from that page right there, it takes you here to where you can add employees. Over here, this membership ID number, this is important. I'm going to touch on this after we discuss the CCRS, after you get your certificate. Here's where you'll add your employee. And from the next page, the role is important because here, you're the member admin, you're the owner, you run the company. Your employees, you're going to select as a member associate. Now, you can obviously assign someone to be a member admin as well. They're going to have the same credentials as you, so they can get into the system, get employees signed up for testing as well. And you go ahead and fill this out. Now, once you do fill this out, once you get your employee a user ID, password, you'll need to provide this to them. The if there's any question or if they have trouble logging in, have them reach out to us, give us a call. We can help them with that. We could reset your password at any time. And, from here, you're able to toggle any one of these. So specifically for the CCRS, it defaults as disabled. You go ahead and click that, enable your CCRS. And for your employee, after you've created their file, you also want to scroll down and click save. And then it'll show you specifically, once you've enabled the CCRS, which modules that they're required to take. So they'll go ahead and they're going to be testing in each one of these specific modules for the CCRS. And then once you've given your employee the user ID and password, once they log in and they go to training, it's going to show them the status of their training. So for their CCRS, it shows that they haven't taken any yet. And over here, down here in the corner, this is where they click to go ahead and access their modules and their study material. From here, they download their study material, watch the appropriate webinar for that particular module, and they'll need to agree to the terms, click the necessary boxes. Pretty straightforward. And then they can go ahead and start their test. Once they've completed their CCRS, they'll have access. You can download your certificate at any time. This will be here. And then this is just obviously a sample of what the certificate looks like. Now, as soon as you finish, what we recommend, and this is for MBSI users, and I wanted to touch on this specifically because those platforms will need to be updated as well. So when you go into Recovery Connect MBSI, it's going to ask for a certification ID. And I know it can sound confusing because you just did your CCRS certificate. The certification ID is your ARA membership ID, and that's at the member admin's homepage at the bottom where your employees are. It's going to be your membership ID, which I touched upon in the very beginning. So this number right here is what you'll copy paste, and you'll put that in for Recovery Connect to validate it.
And may I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to cut in real quick.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the things that the number one issue has come back to us when people say, look, it's not being verified, it's not recognizing it, or it says it's not authorized. The exchange of the information takes place overnight between ARA risk and MBSI. So when you enter that in, it'll take an overnight update. The other thing is, because of the fonts and appearances, it's way easier if you cut and paste exactly. Don't put a space in front of and don't put a space behind. And typing it has been the biggest issue so far. People, they come back to us and say, it's not taking it. When we track it down, we usually find out that either somebody's put a capital I where a small I should have been, or should have been a small L. It's hard to tell sometimes. So please copy and paste it and make sure the fonts are exactly right and the computer recognizes them, where our eyeballs make it harder for us to do it visually. So, and again, if you're having trouble, once you get there, don't go to MBSI or risk first. If you'll come back to us, our team has got dedicated people at each institution that we have to work with, and we will get it handled for you. I think we've got most of them done in the turnaround time. Sometimes, like I said, our hands are tied a little bit. You can't get an instant feedback back and forth, at least not yet. So that's the word of caution. Please cut and paste, and it'll help solve a lot of the issues. Go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And I think it'll solve a lot of the issues. If you just go ahead and copy and paste that membership ID number, it'll save you a bit of a headache when trying to validate your ID here for MBSI Recovery Connect. Now, back at your member dashboard, I know I touched on it at the beginning where you have a few different options here, managing employees, adding employees, getting them set up for testing, getting them their certificates. You also have the option to manage vehicles. This is something that members should be taking advantage of because you can put your vehicle's information in, be able to track your VINs, expiration dates, and it's pretty straightforward. It's going to ask you the specific type of the vehicle, expiration date, VIN number, and it'll save this at the bottom of your profile at your homepage as well. So, it's something to take advantage of.
So let me add, guys, here's another great, this feature, first of all, some members asked for it, so we added it in. It's convenient. Hopefully it's usable for you. The other thing is, one of the clients that we're utilizing our system now is a company called RunBuggy, and you'll be seeing in the next 60 days be presented another webinar and a revenue resource, a source opportunity for you. And this page right here will be important to that because part of what they process is the type of vehicles that you'll be utilizing and available to use to transport cars for people that you may have on your lot or may have in the area that I know many of you are operating dual businesses. Some of you are running transports and repossessions. And this new partnership and client relationship with RunBuggy will help us tremendously there. And I want to tell you that one of the things that, when these clients are coming to your page at repo.org to look for you, the green light system is there for a purpose. It identifies you as being compliant to the standards. In our system, it's compliant to ARA standards. If a particular client is looking for a set of standards that may be a higher insurance amount, or maybe a dishonesty about a bond amount, or employee background check requirements, they can then come within there and ask you for those documents, or you can preload them into the system and have them as a marketing tool. So when somebody clicks on a profile within your company, they can do that. I encourage everyone on this call, take 10 minutes of your time personally to go to the website, click on a few pages, be sure that you understand how the clients are looking and seeing your company, and take advantage of what's available. In our compliance monitoring system, you have what's called the compliance requirement section, which is the top part. That's something that's only dealt with within our organization. No one else has access to it. We don't allow outsiders or clients or anyone else to change or load or data into those. But in the next section, when you look at your compliance page, there's a whole section there of documents, or I call them marketing pieces that you could create for your company that you would want a lender that would want to differentiate you from someone else in your city or in your area. It's a great opportunity if you use it. We've got members that literally have 30, 40 documents. I'll name him, Dave Kennedy, puts his audit reports from his state audit reports in there every year. He uploads audit reports where any lender that's looking at him as a company that wants to do business or choose between him and somebody else, he puts his audit records up. These are available to you, and these are uses for you. And once again, the important fact is this is yours. The ARA, it's your money. We built this with. We built it for the reason and cause of giving clients an easier choice and a place to come to find a compliant network of recovery professionals. And it's incumbent upon you to decide what you want, how your company want to be seen to the outside world. And I think what we're going to show you next makes it even more important.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Les. Thank you for sharing that. I think we'll go ahead and get to your next slide. I did want to add one last thing. Before the webinar, Amy Bednar had sent out an email to all new members, and you're going to be receiving soon a email invitation for one-on-one virtual meeting. It's going to be someone from the ARA membership committee, so it'll help you walk through any questions you may have, just give you a face-to-face as a new member, And, just thought that was necessary. And obviously Amy's been putting that together. So I want to thank her for that. I'll go ahead and get to the next slide for you, Les. And you want to touch on these?
All right, folks, we've worked on this for a while. It's stagnant. Many of you have gotten assignments where the John has called you and said, hey, look, we've got a client that's giving you an assignment. And it's kind of where we lost our Prius agreement when Prius sold out. We didn't have a software company to be partnered with, and it was hard to do with RDN because they don't have a specific way for an outside client to come into their system for a one-time, two-time, or five-time usage without creating an account or service over there. So it become ineffective for people that wanted to come in and assign you an account as an out-of-town agency. So what we've done is we've gone into the system, we've redesigned the backside of it so that effective today, some of you probably already have it. I know that we received one assignment this morning through it. So you'll get a notice. This is what you're seeing here. This page right now is what the client sees. So every client that comes in and chooses your company at repo.org will now be able to communicate with you directly. This is what they will be shown this page. And then the information will be transferred to your company immediately. The people that are working your computer system or monitoring your emails, you need to be sure that you put our system into so it doesn't get blocked. We paid a lot of money over the last 60 days in new technology to prevent our emails from being shown as spam to every provider in the country. And so it should never go to spam unless it's been a setting or you've accidentally clicked something that says you don't want it. Yes. So let me concentrate just a second. I'll get back to your question in just a second. So this is what the client sees. And like I said, we get hundreds of these that come directly through the website. And with a new, I hope all of you have seen the new online directory. The capabilities of the online directory are mind-numbing. We've been going through the possibilities where that several times a year we can do a mailing and a live link, and it'll be a living and breathing directory where that we had to get this in place first. Then we'll go back to the directory. We'll make the changes there with it literally from the website repo.org or from a live living breathing directory. They will be able to choose you, hit an assignment page, and come directly to what you're going to see next. Go ahead, Todd.
Oh, sorry.
So this is what you're going. This is what you're going to see come to your inbox. It's going to say ARA sent new assignment request, new assignment from whoever the lender is, and that'll be the headline in your email. So you want to make sure that your team understands that this is an incoming credit union, finance company, an existing lender that wants to do business with you, a forwarding company, anyone at all that wants to look for an agent in your neighborhood, in your vicinity, can now go there, and you will have the ability to reach out to them directly, negotiate the fees. We don't do that. We don't quote fees. We don't get involved in that. That was the hard part of what we were doing before. People would call us and say, hey, we want to send an assignment. What are the fees? We don't quote them. And this way, the assignment comes directly. You know you've gotten it through the ARA. You know that this is the technology that we're depending on for the future of the Direct Assignment Center, and take advantage of it. This is your opportunity to build relationships with these people ongoing. We have a couple of members that got referral work through the website, and they've continued to get work from those people now over the past 3 years on an ongoing basis because of the relationships they built with them. So this is important. This is old school. This is the way we did it back in the old days, except now we do it with electronics instead of mail. And I hope that you find it useful. I hope you find it beneficial. And if there's something you find that we can do better with, I'm going to emphasize one last time, this is your system. as an ARA member, you have the right, you have the pride of ownership, and you have the expectation that if there's something that we can do better or make it better for you, then please call one of us. You can reach Tricia, me, John, Todd. We'll get you up to date with between us and our partners. Now then, I want to answer the question. Yes, an email is triggered on the expiration date on the vehicles. So that will come to you. That, as described to me for the members that use it, they go right in, they set the dates, they like it because it'll trigger. And you can also, we can help you set the dates to how long you want it, 30 days in advance, 15 days. There's trigger dates in our system that's designed to be customized per lender or user. So let us know what you want and we can help you with that. Any other questions? Any comments? Do you feel like you've gotten anything out of this today? That you feel proud of where we are? Anything? No?
I did see in the chat that Amy had sent a message to everyone letting them know that she did send that email out to all the members from hearing from us, specifically from the membership committee soon. So just wanted to mention that she added that to the chat as well.
All right. Well, just in case you didn't see it in the chat section, everyone, Amy has really been trying to step up the pace and welcoming new members and to bring all of you more information. The text, we now have a text system designed for the membership. You were sent an email, you were sent a text, please accept it. Please be a part of that. I know most of the young people do a lot more texting than I do, but that's an important facet. I want to commend the new board. Look, they've come in here, even if they're not brand new ideas, sometimes they have a different angle on it or a take on an idea. They're hardworking. They're spending their time doing what they're caring about you and being sure that you get the best experience and greatest value and return on your investment of your ARA membership dollars. I think that Vaughn is doing a great job in leading this board and getting involvement with them in different committees and different things. I think that over the next, look, I'm talking to somebody that's been here since 1977. And the changes that I've seen within ARA has been phenomenal, obviously, over the years. And the fact that I'm even still here to talk to you is just amazes me every morning when I wake up and I get the opportunity to work with you. And I think that what they're doing, I see it coming. I know we're working behind the scenes with a lot of different projects that will make things better for you. And I want you to take advantage of it. So Jason, so the question is, how do you put an email address in just for the direct assignments? If you'll let us know, right now the assignment's going obviously to the email of record. If you have a preferred email for that, if you'll reach out to Todd or John or one of us, we'll be sure that we're getting it to the right place for you. Okay. The new, we're all working right now behind the scenes. They're working very hard to build a new association management system that will help us manage these kind of things better. But in the meantime, since you're asking, we want to be able to resolve the issue for you. And if you can't get an answer or we need to fix it, that's a great question. We'll make sure that we get it right.
And Tricia just added to the chat the opt-in phone number for text updates. So you text your first and last name and the number is 833-898-2049. And that's the opt-in for the text message updates.
And look, guys, these aren't to be abused. I want everyone to understand that. You're not going to be getting updates from us every day. You're not going to be, we're not going to abuse it. We're not sharing it, obviously, that. So by opting in, we don't sell your contact information or share it with outsiders even. That's strictly for ARA business and ARA news or pieces that are important. We'll continue to work in email as much as we can, but we've had many people come to us and said that, they feel like the email is old school and they wanted text as a preferred contact method for them. So we're trying to accomplish what's best so that it's usable and of great value to every one of you, not just a limited number. Okay, any other questions? I'm going to tell all of you one of the last time, thank you for taking your time today. I know all of you are busy this time of the year and we see things improving in our business. The fact that you've taken the time to log in today, we hope we've given you something of value. And please understand that if you'll call us, if there's something we can do or something you'd like to see out of this, take the time, let us know, and we'll be right there. We're here for you, and that's the only reason we exist every day. So we thank every one of you for being a member, and those of you that are not a member, I hope you've learned something today that gives you at least reason to pick up the phone and call us and ask about it and inquire what's available. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, Tony.
Guys.
All right, guys. Thanks, Tony.